Today, we're going to be checking out all of the updates that's happened to the Cayo Perico heist since the latest San Andreas Mercenaries DLC. So there's not going to be huge changes. Coming up, though, in a couple weeks, they have announced, I did a video on it a couple days ago, that they're going to be having a massive in-game battle on Cayo Perico. I don't know what that is yet, but it's coming up in a couple weeks. That's going to be really cool. But there has been a lot of things that the community's been talking about that has changed. Specifically, the cameras now don't show you where they are. The cameras supposedly are invisible. So we're going to be checking out that today, because if that's true, for newer players especially, that's going to make it very difficult because they're not going to know why they've been seen. They'll say there's cameras. They'll be looking all around the place for cameras. We're going to be seeing if they are visible or not, and have they added new ones? Is there going to be new cameras in different locations that we're going to have to learn? Also, the timer. I've heard that the cooldown timer, which typically takes like 3 hours if you're doing this solo, has been lowered to 30 minutes, which I cannot believe, because I feel like GTA and Rockstar already think that the Cayo Perico heist is overpowered. So to give it to us every 30 minutes, I think would be ridiculous, but we're going to be putting it to the test here today. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and set this thing up. We're going to be doing a heist that is probably one of the most common, just a common easy heist, which is going down with the Velum, going to the airstrip, getting secondary loot from the airstrip, and then going over to the drainage tunnel, grabbing the loot, and then jumping off with the motorcycle. So anyway, I'm going to run ahead. I'm going to grab our intel here, and I'll be back with you guys in just a second. All right, guys, we're back, and we have the ruby necklace. So we got quite lucky on this one. One thing I will say is Mega Highlander, I'll put the post they put up here, but they essentially said, when you collect the Velum and fly to Cayo Perico, if the doors open on the plane, you'll receive either the pink statue, the bearer bonds, or the pink necklace. However, if you fly there and the doors closed, you will receive the tequila. And I was like, I need to put this to the test because I have never noticed that before. But I did notice my door was open today, as you can see right here. When I was flying to Cayo Perico, the door was open, and I did get the ruby necklace. So if I fly there again next time and we have the doors closed and we get the tequila, well, maybe you've got something going on there. Maybe you're onto something. Anyway, so everything's set up. We're not going to get any armor or anything like that. I don't imagine this is going to be too difficult. I don't think it's going to be crazy. The main thing I'm looking for in this video is to see if we can do the heist after 30 minutes, if the cooldown is that short. So basically, if you want to follow along anyway, we're doing the long fin infiltrations, the main dock, compound entry is drainage, escape point is gonna, we'll say main dock, but it's not gonna be, we're just gonna jump off the bottom of the map, and that is it. That is our setup. I also went with the aggressor, so let's jump into it. Now, there should be no reason whatsoever that we don't get the elite challenge. This is a very common way to do the heist. If you want to just go and grab secondary loot first, then do the compound, it's a very common way, and it doesn't take too long at all. So anyway, what we're going to do, let's do a tight turn. I feel like I can never do this turn in this thing. And yes, I'm using the handbrake. We always end up going over. So yeah, the key things we need to look out for on this heist is to see if anything's different. This is the first time I'm doing this heist since the new update. So I will be able to tell, I promise you, if anything is different. I've done this heist just so many times, as you guys know. But the cameras. So one person said the cameras now no longer show their cone, and I can bust that already because I can see a camera right there. I can see 2 cameras on the right hand side there. If you look at the mini map, you can see 2 cameras, and you can also see their cone of vision. If anything, it looks like the camera's cone is smaller, but maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just looking into that too much. Yeah, you know, as a matter of fact, I don't think it is smaller. I don't think it is smaller at all. So we do have 2 stacks of Coca-Cola in here, so we should be good to go. This should be a pretty decent payday for me. Unfortunately, 1 stack is upstairs and 1 stack is down here. But either way, it's going to be a nice little payday for us. So it's already busted as far as the cameras are concerned, because I can still see the cameras, unless people were talking about inside of the compound, you can no longer see it. But to be completely honest with you, I don't know why that would be a thing. And I don't know if you've had that, let me know in the comment section, because I'm sure everyone's going to be interested. Maybe you did something to make that happen. The only times the cameras shouldn't show, but they still show with a white cone, is if you take out the power. Now, if you take out the power, which is up there near the solar, right up there where we walked past, where that camera is basically, if you go up there, you'll see the little power station, and you can go in there and you can take out the cameras. Well, take out the entire... What am I stuck on? you can take out the entire power on the island, which will basically, if it's nighttime, you'll take out all the cameras and you'll take out all of the lights. But in the daytime, I'm pretty sure I've never done it in the... Actually, no, I have done it in the daytime. It just takes out the cameras. I did it for the video where I killed everyone on the island. I had to take out the power. Okay, so here we go. One more stack of Coca-Cola, and this is it. We're good to go. All we're going to do now is hope that our vellum hasn't vanished off into the middle of the ocean. And... and we can just drive to the drainage, jump in, grab the primary loot, and get out of there. Easy as that. We should 100%, like I say, get the elite challenge in this run. Unless, like I say, there's something that's changed that I don't know about. But I'm assuming, so far... Ouch. The first thing's been busted, right? The first thing's been busted, which is there's no one... Let's just wait for this guy to walk past. Which is the cameras don't work. Because we can clearly see... If I go on here, this is a camera and this is a camera, and both of them are working fine. So I need to also get used to not double tapping or tapping, because I use controller. I'm on PC, but I use controller. And I need to get used to not just tap, 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 tap on the X button, or what is it on Xbox controller, the A button, to sprint, because that is in the new update. Now you can now change it in your settings so that you can hold to sprint instead of tap to sprint. And it definitely has taken a while for me to get used to it. Alright. Come on, don't beach the boat. Don't beach the boat. Don't beach the boat. Don't beach the boat. Come on. And there we go. Alright, and we're out of there. So let's speed up this part here a little bit until we get to the drainage tunnel. All right, and here we are at the drainage tunnel. I wish you could just, like, grapple from here. You know what I mean? That would be kind of cool. I mean, I guess you don't really need to. All right, let's put on our rebreather. Let's go in here. I still hate the swimming mechanics. Those are still bloody awful. I hate swimming in this game, man. Hate it. Okay, let's speed this part up here as well. And there we go, just like that done. Also, it is so much easier, by the way, to do what I just did there, which is take out one of them individually, then going back and forth, across. That way is just awful. I hate when I see that. So just try it that way that I just did it. I promise you, you'll be happy. Okay, like I say, though, this is going to be a nice, quick, easy elite challenge. So far, nothing has seemed different. The cameras are still showing up. So let's see if the cameras inside the compound are any different. And let's see if there's anything changed with the guards. I do this run so many times I can do it with my eyes closed. So I will 100%, like I say, be able to notice. Even if there's the slightest difference. Even if they misplace one of those blue barrels behind me there. I'm pretty sure I'd know about it. All right. So the cameras now. It's definitely busted. I can see that camera. All right. Let's stop double tapping the X button. I don't need to do that anymore. Yeah, I can definitely see the camera. And so far, looking at the guards, nothing has changed. This guard in the red should move in 3, 2, 1. There he goes. So, yeah, nothing's changed. Oh, someone also said the guard upstairs. That's another thing we have to bust. Supposedly, the guard upstairs doesn't walk down anymore. He just stops up there to kind of stop you from sneaking past him right here. Let's see if that happens. Nope, he's coming. I think maybe one person just had a weird glitched out experience. And because there's nothing changed, man. Absolutely nothing changed here. As far as the exciting part, which is going to be the cooldown, we'll find out that. Don't worry, I'm going to let you know in this video. I'm not going to sit there for an hour or so waiting. I will let you know exactly how long it takes. So far, we're at 565,000. And we do have, like I say, the ruby necklace, so it'd be nice. All right, let's speed this up. All right, just like that, we're in. You have done it. Excellent. It is excellent. So far, so good. Like I say, nothing has changed. Is anyone down here? No, there's not, of course. Go on. Go on. Yeah, so far, so good. And again, you can see the camera there on the mini-map, so the cameras have not changed. Yeah, so if I didn't explain it, what someone said was that the cameras now don't show up a cone of vision, which I genuinely wasn't surprised by if that's what they did. Because their cameras, should you know where they're looking realistically? I thought maybe they were trying to make it more realistic, so I wouldn't have been surprised if that is what happened, but that would definitely make this heist a lot harder for new players, because if they didn't know why they kept being spotted. And if you didn't know, like I know, I've done this heist so many times. I know where all the cameras are. So if I was a new player and I didn't know where the cameras were and I was constantly being spotted by them, I think it would be just too difficult. So yeah, I can't imagine they would do that. And by the looks of it, they haven't. So we don't need to worry. You know what? I was going to jump down there. We'll just run. We'll run. I need to see if I can run, though, before that jug turns around that corner. Nah. I'm going to wait. I didn't have to wait here. I could have definitely made that. But I think we're getting the Elite Challenge anyway. We're getting the bloody Elite Challenge anyway. So let's not risk it. I may actually wait for him. Yeah, he's moving there too. I definitely could have made it, but like I say, we're getting the Elite Challenge no matter what, so we're not going to worry about it. Okay, so now we go up here, and we can see there's no guard near the door, so we're good to go, and there we go. So yeah, as far as, I mean, like I say, this is a very common run. That's why I did this one. So the beginning part, getting the secondary loot, getting into the compound, no changes there. The compound itself, what we've just completed, no changes there. Now, there's one thing that if I was Rockstar that I would possibly try and change, but I hope they never do. It's the escape right now, what we're about to do. The motorcycle escape. I can't imagine Rockstar likes this escape route. I can't believe that didn't have a silencer on it. I think because of the new update, it didn't have a silencer. We're still going to get the Elite Challenge, but I'm just so used to having silencers on, because once you put silencers on once, as you guys know, there was a bug where it stays on. But I think this time they fixed that bug. Hey, future me editing this video. They didn't fix the bug. I actually noticed in the edit here, I actually scrolled to get the machine pistol that had a silencer on it. But literally as I took my finger off, it actually selected the pistol that I got from inside of the hidden wall safe. So that doesn't have a silencer on it. So that's what I ended up using there to kill him. And that's why it made a big boom. Just FYI. Because I didn't have a silencer on it. And I didn't take the silencer off either. So I think they may have fixed that. So that's something at least we've noticed here today. So as always, what I do in this scenario, if I do trigger the alarm, because there's going to be boats and helicopters, typically you could go towards these three mines right there. But since, as you can see on the minimap, there's a boat coming, I do like to get a little bit deeper in the water. You know what I mean? Just so those bullets, they can't see us and those bullets won't hit us as much. But this should finish right now. But that's a good thing to note, that the suppressors aren't automatically on like they used to be. Because I 100%... I've had the suppressors on for so long now. I'm just used to it. And that obviously, when I pulled that trigger and shot that one guy, there was no suppressor on it. So it triggered the alarm. All right. And just like that, that is another thing we don't have to worry about. You can still escape from the bottom of the map without there being any issues. So now let's see how much money we get. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to test it. They said 30 minutes is the cooldown. So what I'm going to do is as soon as we find out what this is here, we're going to set a timer. I'm going to set a timer on my phone. For you guys, it'll be seconds. But for me, I'm going to wait 30 minutes. And then we're going to come back and I'm going to see if it's there. If it's not there, I'll wait another 30 minutes. And I'll tell you if it was there after an hour. If not, it's basically busted. That means it's still just as long as it's been. So 10 minutes, 30 seconds. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. And what, 1.3 million? Or is it going to give us a little bit more? There we go. 1.42 million. Not bad for, what was that? 10-minute heist, plus the setup was probably about 25 minutes. So 35 minutes work. 1.5. I'll take it. All right, cheers, sir. Thank you. All right, what's going to happen now is I'm just going to wait 30 minutes, but for you guys, it'll be seconds, so I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see, Pavel will contact you when the Cayo Perico heist is available again. I wanted to just make sure we were back at the Kasaka first. I haven't waited 30 minutes yet. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to set a timer for 30 minutes, then we're going to come back here and see exactly if that's true or false. All right, guys, it has been exactly 30 minutes. My alarm just went off, and it says register as a boss. So let's go ahead and register as a boss real quick. And now it says Pavel will contact you. I got a little excited there for a second. I'm not going to lie. Pavel will contact you when it's ready. So it is not ready after 30 minutes. So what I'm going to do now is set another timer for 30 minutes and see if it's ready after 1 hour. And that's going to be the last one. If it's not ready after an hour, I'm just going to assume it's the same as it's always been. And there's no changes. All right, guys, we're back. It has been an hour. Let's go ahead and register as a boss here real quick. And see if it's going to work. Pavel will contact you when Cayo Perico heist is available again. So Obviously, doing this or a 30-minute cooldown or even an hour cooldown is not correct. So we've myth busted. Oh my god, this new walking mechanic, man. I'm just trying to turn around so I can face the bloody screen. It won't let me. I just want to stand in front of the board, man. Stand here, face this way. God, it is so sensitive, man. Anyway. Yeah, busted. The cameras are still exactly the same. The guard that is upstairs on the stairs still walks down. The 30-minute timer is not true. The hour timer, cooldown, I should say, is not true. The only thing that could possibly be true is if the door is open. Does that give you one of the good things versus the door being closed, which gives you a bad thing? I think the only way for me to test this is when I have a closed door, just make sure I only get the tequila, right? But anyway, guys, nothing new here. Nothing has changed. I'll let you know about the door thing. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Tomorrow, we're going to have another video on the, whatchamacallit, the contracts. What the... Okay. Well, someone in his new jet thought that he would take it for a spin. Take it for a spin and just took out my blooming casaca. That, I'm not gonna lie, scared the life out of me. Anyway, tomorrow, like I was saying, is the new, specifically the new contract, the aircraft carrier. I'm doing that over and over and over again to see if the price goes up or if it just hovers around like a 5 to 10 increase. But that'll be here tomorrow. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you as always tomorrow with a brand new video. Goodbye.